Hello and welcome to another Legal Briefs. I know what you're thinking today because I'm reading your mind. You're thinking, can I get into that Reddit thread and maybe find out whatever the next stock or crypto pump is coming up and make millions of dollars? Or am I going to get in trouble for that? Stay tuned. Welcome back, my fellow greedy investors. Don't worry, I don't judge you. I'm only here to discuss. First, the disclaimer, don't rely on what I say as legal advice. These are very nuanced legal issues with big problems if you break the law. This guy listened to me and look where he ended up. What's that actor's name? Tell me in the comments. A very underrated actor. Now, as you know, a group of Reddit users kind of loosely banded together and drove up the price of GameStop stock to crazy levels recently. We're talking a 1,700% increase in price in a day or two. Now, who was the mastermind of this thing? According to TheRinger.com, the grandfather of the idea was a guy whose Twitter handle is Roaring Kitty. I love that name. And he had the general idea back in 2019, and as more and more people jumped on the bandwagon, they pumped up Roaring Kitty's initial investment of $50,000 to almost $50 million. That's 50 million with an M. Wow. And the whole thing is still kind of going on. It's such a big deal that it's come to the attention of the top level of the federal government, but don't worry, they are on top of the situation.
But our team is, of course, our economic team, including Secretary Yellen and others, are monitoring the situation.
And here she is, Miss Yellen herself, using the force to protect us all. In any case, the GameStop stock wasn't the end of it. The revolution has caught on, then it was the AMC stock, and then it was the crypto coin, the Dogecoin, and this weekend we started hearing about a pump of the XRP crypto coin to happen February 1st. And just based on that, boom, XRP is up 40% today. Brief aside, my 7-year-old daughter heard me say, XRP is up 40%. And she says, Daddy, is that because you made that video last night? That's the best thing ever when your daughter thinks that highly of you. So, how could you possibly get in trouble by getting involved in this? Now, the law we're going to look at really quick is the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. This is what a statute looks like, and this is really a relatively short one. I'll give you a hint when reading a statute like this. Start by finding the verb in all the gobbledygook, and here the verb is make, to make, and it's right there. So what this says is that it's unlawful for a person selling a security to make any false or misleading statement regarding the sale in order to affect the sale price. Now, there are about 500 other laws, including state laws out there. You're under both federal and state laws, which have similar language, and even laws of a general nature are out there which would attach to sales of non-securities and even cryptocurrencies. But the gist of all of them is that you can't work in concert with others to inflate stock prices with the intent to profit from the pump. Now, the law in this area is not well defined, but the one key and the difficulty in proving a pump and dump case is proving the intent necessary to prosecute. In criminal law class, they call it proving the necessary mens rea, which is the intention or knowledge of wrongdoing. In other words, why you do something matters in criminal law. As an example, let's say you're on a chat board and you chat, I heard that a big hedge fund is going to purchase $1 billion of XRP tomorrow. And you had actually heard that somewhere, and your intent was not to cause the price to go up, but only to chat about it online. That's, of course, not illegal, even if the price does go up because of what you said, and even if you sell it, because you lacked the intent to break the law. But let's say your brother, seeing what you said caused the XRP price to go up, waits a month, and then posts the exact same thing on a bunch of chat boards and then sells XRP when the price pumps up. That is a crime, not only because he knew it was not true, but because his intent was to do something that broke the law. So, same exact words, two entirely different outcomes. And now you'll be funding your brother's prison commissary account for a couple months, so I hope you made some money. Question, how do you stay out of trouble? Now that you know that the law focuses on intent, first and foremost, don't try and pump up a stock. But second, do not post anything that shows you have intent to pump up a stock. Anything you put on the internet is forever. That's what I tell my daughters. So don't post anything that would tell a prosecutor that you intended to lie about something or intended to pump up a certain stock for a certain price increase. For example, hey guys, I just posted on Reddit that a big investor is going to buy $1 billion of XRP tomorrow, and I'm going to sell before the morning when they realize the big buy didn't happen and the price drops. Now, you'd think people wouldn't type this kind of thing out there on the interwebs, but you'd be wrong about the things people will post. I sure hope she wasn't pregnant when she tweeted this. In any case, the last thing I'd like to point out is that In an online pump and dump, even the SEC will not have unlimited power to investigate every thread and every person and every statement. Like most things in life, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. If you find yourself in a situation online, you do not want to be the ringleader. For example, in the GameStop situation, it was the trader Roaring Kitty who is getting all the attention. I hope that Roaring Kitty has lawyered up already. He needs to be very careful. As another example, out of the thousands of people who stormed the US Capitol, notice that the prosecutors are only going after a select few. This guy was arrested. Arrested. This guy was definitely arrested. But see that guy on the way back? Not arrested. And what you can take away from these arrests is do not draw attention to yourself and do not be seen as a leader in these situations where a prosecutor is possibly going to be reviewing chat threads looking for criminal intent. If you must get involved in what is going on nowadays with GameStop, XRP, etc., be smart, keep quiet, don't post a lot, and remember, there are more important things than money.